Welcome to Divergent Caribbean Academy, where we create educational materials and resources for Caribbean children.
Hey there, super explorers! Today, we're going to learn about your body by first reviewing parts of the body, and then listing and defining the organs inside the body, and then practicing labeling and defining the parts that we learned today. Inside our amazing bodies, we'll discover some really cool parts that help us do all sorts of things. Hey there, super explorers! Today, we're going on a journey inside our amazing bodies. We'll discover some really cool parts that help us do all sorts of things. Let's review the main parts of the body. Let's start at the top, head. Next is the torso, which include chest and belly. And then there are the hands and legs. Inside the body is a bony skeleton. It gives the body shape, protects the organs in the body, and along with muscles, it helps the body with movement.
Let's start at the top. In the head is the brain, which is the control center of the body. It is responsible for thoughts, emotions, memories, and movement. In addition, the brain receives and processes information from the senses, sends signals to your muscles, and manages your bodily functions. The brain receives information from our five senses, which are sight, hearing, nose or smell, tongue or tasting, and touch, which happens in the skin. Let's explore the five senses or body parts that bring information to the brain. Another organ inside the head are the eyes. The eyes are the organs of sight, and they use light to make pictures of what we see for the brain to understand it. Another organ inside the head is the tongue. The tongue is the organ of taste found in the mouth. The tongue contains taste buds that detects different flavors such as sweet, sour, salty, and bitter. Another sense organ in the head is the nose. The nose is the organ of smell. The nose detects smells in the air and sends it to the brain to differentiate the different scents. Another sense organ in the head is the ears. The ears are the organs of hearing. They capture sound waves and convert them into electrical signals that are sent to the brain. The ears also help us to maintain balance. Another sense organ is the skin. The skin is the largest organ of the body. The skin covers the entire body and serves as a protective barrier, regulates body temperature, and contains sensory receptors that allow us to feel touch, pain, temperature, and pressure. Let's examine the organs inside the torso. The heart is a muscular organ that pumps blood throughout the body. It is about the size of your fist. It receives oxygen-poor blood from the body, pumps it to the lungs so the blood gets oxygen, and then sends the oxygen-rich blood back to the body. Another organ inside the torso are the lungs. The lungs are responsible for breathing. They exchange oxygen from the air with carbon dioxide from the blood. Another organ inside the torso are the kidneys. The kidneys are responsible for filtering waste products from the blood and producing urine. It is also responsible for managing your blood pressure. Another organ inside the torso is the stomach. The stomach is a kidney-shaped muscular sac that stores and breaks down food. It mixes food with digestive juices to prepare it for absorption in the intestines. Another organ inside the torso is the liver. The liver has many functions, including filtering blood, producing bile, storing nutrients, and breaking down medicines. Another organ inside the lower torso is the intestine. The intestine are long, tube-like organs that both absorb nutrients from food and excrete what remains as waste through the anus. The intestine consists of the small and large intestine. The small intestine absorbs most of the nutrients from our food and sends it to other parts of the body. Hi everyone, let's check what we learned. It's quiz time. Match the pictures by drawing a line to their label on the right. Check your answer in the solutions below. Match the pictures on the left by drawing a line to their label on the right. Check your answer in the solutions below. Circle the organ below that is responsible for thoughts, feelings, memories, and movement. If you selected the brain as your answer to the previous question, then you got it right. Circle the organ below that is a muscular sac that stores and breaks down food and prepare it for absorption in the intestines. If you selected the stomach as the answer to the question, then you're correct. Circle the organ below that is a muscular organ, the size of your fist, that is responsible for pumping blood around the body. If you selected the heart as the answer to the question, then you are correct. Good job. Circle the organ below that is a muscular sac that stores and breaks down food and prepare it for absorption in the intestines. If you selected stomach as the answer to the question, then you're correct. Keep up the good work. Circle the organ below that is responsible for the absorption of nutrients and the excretion of the waste through the anus. If you selected the intestine as the answer to the question, then you are correct. Circle the bony structure that gives your body shape, protection, and movement. If you selected the skeleton as the answer to the question, then you are correct. Good job. Circle the organ below that is responsible for filtering waste products from the blood, producing urine, and managing your blood pressure. If you selected the kidneys as the answer to the question, then you are correct. Circle the organ below that is responsible for filtering blood, producing bile, storing nutrients, and breaking down medicines in your body. If you selected the liver as the answer to the question, then you are correct. Circle the organ below that is responsible for breathing and that exchange oxygen from the air with carbon dioxide from the blood. If you selected the lungs as the answer to the question, then you are correct. Check the answer below for the sense organ that we use to see. If you selected the eyes as your answer, then you're correct. Check the image below of the sense organ that we use to hear. If you selected the ear, then you are correct. Check the image below of the sense organ that we use to smell. If you selected the nose, then you are correct. Check the image below of the sense organ that we use to taste. If you selected the tongue, then you are correct. Check the image below of the sense organ that we use to feel. If you selected the skin, then you're correct. Check the image below of the sense organ that we use to see. If you selected the eyes, then you are correct. We did it! Great job, kids! If you liked this video, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel.